This is FFPÖ, your primary source for Austrian film and TV critique, where two minds come together to take apart the work of people who actually matter. Welcome back to a new episode of FFPÖ. My name is Paul and I have a very special guest with me. It is...
Scott Foster Harris. Yeehaw!
Yeah, Scott is here and thank you for doing this.
Oh man, it was a pleasure.
Oh yeah, we watched another episode. The listeners already know the show because we already did 2 episodes. Yeah, so this is again a new episode of Raumpatrouille, die fantastischen Abenteuer des Raumschiffs Orion, which
was magical.
Yes, great.
For lack of a better term.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, you. So the people already know. Most people already know what's it about, but there's gonna be a few people that's gonna listen to this just because of you. So just give us your gist of the show, that what you got out of it, like plot-wise and just in general.
I'll sum it up.
Yeah, sum it up. Give it a quick recap.
It was a very amusing German attempt at Star Trek, and they did it well. More or less. They did it well in terms of entertainment value.
Yes, especially it aged appropriately.
Yeah, not to say that the American Star Trek was fantastically written.
Yeah.
Not saying that at all. But it might have had a little more substance than the German one.
Yeah, that's true.
Than this one, but
yeah,
it was fun. I felt like I was watching a Hollywood party from the 1940s the whole time because everybody was just smiling. Even when they were close to death, they were smiling.
Yeah.
And drinks were involved, naturally.
Yes.
A lot of enthusiasm.
Drinks off camera concerning us and on camera because...
Well stated.
Yes.
Off-camera drinks took place here on our end.
Yeah.
On-camera drinks, and I'm presuming off-camera drinks also took place on their end as well.
True.
Yeah, it was quite nice. And I got the vibe. There must have been a lot of womanizing on that show because you just totally get that vibe.
Yeah.
The lead character flashes his teeth as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Regardless of the news he was given.
He's like 80% smiles.
That's
yeah.
He must sleep like that. When he goes out and suntans, he suntans with his mouth open. Just to keep his teeth as wide as possible.
Yeah.
It was
cool. Captain Cliff McAllister.
Captain Cliff. Wait a minute. Cliff Alistair McLean.
Yeah, McLean. Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, got that mixed up again.
Alistair McLean.
Played by an Austrian actor, which you wouldn't get, probably.
What was his real name?
Dietmar Schönherr, which his last name translates literally to beautiful man.
Ah,
yeah.
I see. Well, objectively speaking, he was a decent-looking fellow.
And he was the best looking in the whole show.
Of course he was.
Yes,
that's why he got the lead role.
Yeah, he's like the Kirk. Like a better-looking Kirk.
Yeah, he is a better, and with an even better smile.
Yeah, true.
How did he get that part, you ask? That smile.
Yes,
and
that was the
frequency with which he employs it.
Yeah, because he's just a rascal at that point.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
Yeah,
he's just hanging out, having a good time.
Like, let's jump to the end where they left 2 of the guys in a small side ship. And they nearly died. And while he was like telling them, "Yeah, sorry, dudes, I totally spaced on that."
It was a total. Is there a language barrier here, or am I allowed to?
Oh, please go ahead, swear as much as you can.
He basically just employed the art of not giving a fuck to a new level.
Yes.
In the '60s Star Trek setting. It was hilarious.
Yes.
The guy was like, "Yeah, I almost died up there. You forgot about us," because they did. They forgot about a couple of guys up there, and that they almost died.
Yeah.
And while they're complaining to their captain about it, the captain's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. I just forgot.
Whoopsie daisy. permanent radiation poisoning
you're
there.
Okay now, sport.
Yeah.
Don't worry." Yeah, it was amusing. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, great. And they okay, so let's go to our first real section after this quick recap, first section of our podcast, and that would be describing the plot of the episode.
Okay.
Because you basically got what was going on. I just, got a few words in just to explain to you what the fuck is happening right now.
To keep me on point.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's basically iRobot, but if iRobot again was made in the 60s and with ice cream scooper robots as the enemy.
It's basically, to me, it felt like if a bunch of vacuum cleaners tried to take over.
Yeah,
really slow moving vacuum.
Yeah, they're even more hilarious than the Daleks from Doctor Who. Like the Daleks are already hilarious because they're not menacing at all, at least in the old episodes. Can't climb stairs, for example. Yeah, and those were even more useless because they were slower and they...
Tiny arms.
Oh, so tiny. So, you stated it pretty well during watching it. That T-Rex arms. Yeah.
These T-Rex arms.
Oh, yeah. And they're just on a digging site where somebody, some human just brought euphorics.
Yeah.
Which is apparently a drug.
I'm gonna say some sort of psychedelic.
I hope
maybe
so.
Like mixing acid.
Well, probably the same guy that wrote the show was yeah, I'm taking that right now.
Yeah. Let's put it in here. Oh,
yeah.
It'll be fun.
So yeah, they rebel because the robots rebel because there was a shootout between the law-abiding miners and the drug dealers, in which the drug dealers got killed, and the first law of robotics says that they can't harm humans.
Yeah, so are the robots, are they programmed not to let humans harm each other?
Yeah,
so
apparently.
when humans start harming each other,
they just take away all the weapons and let them dig for ore.
Yeah, and they basically had to trick the robots and reprogram a few and blah, 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 and basically kill them. And that's what
did. Then there was this massacre where they just shot... for 2 minutes they just showed them shooting the robots in the most I don't know, laissez-faire way.
It almost makes you feel sorry for the robots.
Yeah, because they didn't do anything.
I never thought I could have emotions for vacuum cleaners. That happened. That happened.
Yeah.
Watching them just lie down and die.
Yeah, and they all look the same, and
Poor bastards.
Yeah, poor digging robots.
It's like the final scene in the movie Glory. Did you ever see Glory?
Yes.
It's just a massacre.
Yeah, but in this case it's not black people but robots.
In this case it's robots that remind me of upside down floating vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, they use actually for some of the set designs and everything, they use everyday objects. Yeah. Like you had water taps, styles, and
they had the ice cream scoop.
Yeah.
What did you say? They had telephone dials or something? What was it?
No, the water tap.
Tap dial.
Yeah, and the
what was another thing?
Yeah, the circular, the sharpener, the pencil sharpener.
The compass sharpener.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just amazing. Yeah. You seem really. You were very well entertained.
I was enjoying it.
Yeah, great.
Well, when we were discussing what we were going to watch, he described it to me as basically a silly German-Austrian version of Star Trek.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, you got to.
I need to see what that is.
Yeah, and it's actually really sad that it doesn't have the reach outside of Germany and Austria that it should have. No, like they should translate, at least give them subtitles or something.
If World War II in a different way, they probably would have a reach out.
Well, yes, but yeah, that would be a very different version where they're just Aryans everywhere. Yeah, so that would be really boring.
But at least everybody would speak German at that point.
Yeah, true.
Which is a ferociously difficult language, by the way, for a non-native speaker.
Yeah, you said yourself, even though they were speaking perfect German, you dipped in and out understanding the stuff.
Yeah, I could follow.
Yeah.
I followed half the time. The other half the time, I just guessed.
Yeah. So
which can be fun.
Yes.
Guesswork can be fun.
Yeah. And you have the which apparently happens in every episode. The high-ranking officers are all incompetent fools.
Yes.
And are just squabbling
and in this
in
case,
politics. And
in this case, a lot of them look like ex-presidents from the United States.
Yeah, you pointed it out, and I was like, totally. Yeah.
We had a total Nixon lookalike in
yes,
there.
Yes, angry Nixon.
An angry, frustrated, little chubby, extra chubby Nixon. We had an Ike Eisenhower.
Yes.
We had old Dwight hanging out.
Yeah, and then one guy who from the crew who looked like Phil Collins.
Yeah, yes.
The don't give a fuck dude.
A bitter old Phil Collins.
Yes, yeah.
Which, as you stated, could be a modern day Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Very lovely.
Yeah, so that's basically the plot of the episode. Not a lot of stuff here. It's the first one where the aliens don't show up, so I hope they will make their return.
I was hoping to see the frogs.
Yeah, well, you can do another episode and then...
Yeah, we'll do that next time. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah.
See some frogs. I thought whenever I first heard about the frogs, which is new to me, by the way, the aliens are called frogs, but I thought that the production called for a bunch of frogs because they couldn't figure out about an alien.
Yeah,
so
we have some very well-trained frogs from a documentary still left, and we're gonna reuse them.
That's great.
Yeah, those frogs don't last long.
Yeah, just get all the mileage out of them we can before we sell them.
Yeah, but it's just a very enhanced special effect. In the end, it's no actual frogs were harmed during the production of this TV show.
Although I will say, my psyche was harmed a little bit as a result of the dance we saw at the very end of the episode.
Yeah, that fucked with you, right? Because I already expected it because that showed up in earlier episodes, and I wanted you to react fresh to it.
That dance.
Yeah, but it was a new one. But the other one was as bananas as this one.
It was tough, man. It was tough. It's like a bunch of drunk people got at a medieval wedding.
Yeah,
it looked like a bunch of drunk people at a medieval wedding.
So every medieval wedding. So every medieval wedding. Basically.
Every medieval wedding ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No prohibition back then.
Yeah, but shy. They were shy people.
Well, again, there's no kissing. There's no kissing in the show. Yeah, Kirk, Austrian Kirk is not getting it on once. He's just giving the bang eyes to every girl that he meets.
He sure is.
Yeah.
He is a ladies' man.
Yes.
Or at least was a ladies' man in real life, you can tell. And it looks like he wants to be a ladies' man in the show. They just won't let him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like we are gonna send that at 90 at 7 p.m.
I'm sure.
And we can't do anything raunchy. So yeah, Kirk was way more progressive. He banged like every space chick.
Yeah, he did. Good for him.
Yeah, but this one keeps it in his pants.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. It's
he's mad about it. That's why they drink so much, because he's mad.
They just have to substitute it with something.
Yeah.
Being stuck on that spaceship.
Apparently, there's a lot of binge drinking in this show.
Yeah, at the end they
and I think it's to tame the anger that they can't smash anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat gummy bear.
Yeah, have at it. So. Yeah, let's move on. Let's go to something a little bit different.
I would listen to the music.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Yes. Soundtrack is the next thing we wanted to.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's like Austin Powers meets The Doors, and they just had a baby.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The baby wrote the soundtrack.
They should have some singing in there. Some vocals would have been lovely for that show. Yeah. But yeah, just go onto YouTube. You're gonna find it. You find the soundtrack. Yeah, they actually would still work in a TV show now.
Is it the same music for every episode?
They have like 4 or 5 common themes that they repeat, and then they, like Star Trek too, like for the dramatic noise and stuff like that. They have the same kind of thing. But the dance music at the end was new. And I think something in the between while they were on the mining colony was also new. So
a lot of it made me think of Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah.
Like San Francisco, 1966.
Yeah, we didn't say it, but you're a musician, a professional one. Yeah. So yeah, you actually.
That's where it took me.
Yeah, because I'm just a buffoon when it comes to music. I love music, but I can't keep a beat. For example.
You have great taste in music, though. Just today, before we started watching this episode, we listened to, what was it, Rufus Harley, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, bagpipe blues.
Bagpipe jazz blues.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
yeah. I'm gonna put up a link in the description just to
Nice.
for everybody to
Hammer out some Rufus Harley if you get a chance, people.
Yes. that one shouldn't be missed by anyone.
And I should have put that in the show. That should have had a surprise cameo in the show somewhere. Little Rufus
Well,
Harley,
again, a
whatever.
black dude in a German TV show in the 60s, you know,
so,
or
right.
70s. Yeah, that's not as easy as you think it would be.
True that.
Yeah, it most likely would be a villain or like some exotic foreign prince or something.
True that.
Yeah, so
Although, to be fair, he probably would be a better dancer than the other people.
oh, so much better. But that beat is hard to keep. You know,
Yeah.
that song was nearly undanceable to do. You know, it's just horrendous. Yeah, but yeah. So you will give the soundtrack definitely
Oh,
a
man, I
thumbs
can't
up.
wait. Yeah, and I'm gonna go find some Rufus Harley because that was awesome.
Great, thanks for that. Okay, so let's go to something more brainy, I think, and that's best scene.
Ooh,
Yeah,
brainy stuff. You might have the wrong guy.
yeah. Well, but just think of your favorite scene in that whole show. What made except but go ahead.
The Robot Massacre was enjoyable.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I would say either the Robot Massacre
Mhm.
or the landing of the spaceship.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
asteroid.
asteroid
Oh.
with an atmosphere
Yes.
and rain
Yes, and
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The rock in
yeah,
space.
yeah. It looked like a big piece of weird chewy ice cream.
Yeah, it did. And so the spaceship landing on the ice cream was very entertaining. As was the Robot Massacre. As was the very uncomfortable dance at the end.
Yeah,
That's what's going to stick with me more than anything.
yeah,
The
yeah.
dance at the end.
Hmm.
The dance, let me explain. The dance was in the background.
Yeah, they didn't.
They weren't concentrating on the dance.
No.
But you can't concentrate on the dialogue that's going on. You can't concentrate on the scene that's unfolding before you because your eyes are drawn like a magnet
Yeah,
to
and
the background, watching these people who just must be really unhappy at the moment, dancing and wiggling and trying to look happy.
yeah,
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It makes the viewer very uncomfortable, so that's why it's probably going to stick with me. I would have to say that's my favorite scene.
all right.
Those are my top three with that dance.
Yeah,
That's
just knocking out each opponent, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna carry that with me when I leave here for another hour. Just drift back to it.
Yeah. All right, good call right there.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Yeah,
What you just heard is whiskey. I'm sorry. What you just heard is coffee.
yeah. Here's
Now,
whiskey.
That would be
Yeah.
whiskey.
Mm. Yeah. So my favorite scene would be the Robots Massacre was really dope.
It was.
That one really fascinated me. But I think just because I'm keen on that the humor that they transport
Okay.
would be the same scene as yours, the dancing scene, but the jokes that they told at the end of the
Okay.
show. Yeah. So I think that I would say the same scene, but for a different reason.
So everything about that scene was just awesome, apparently.
Yeah. They had the two best jokes were at the end.
Right on.
Yeah. So it gelled at the end, I guess. They really pulled all the strings together from the plot and just
They knew they had to bring it home. They
Yeah.
had to sell it.
yeah, like the reason why they even got that mission to repair those satellites that brought them to that digging site was because somebody hated them and changed the order from Orion to Orion.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's
It's a good play. It's a
yeah,
good pun.
yeah, and it's apparently the whole show is like a subversive criticism of politics
Yeah.
and squabbling inside of the bureaucracy.
Which I can appreciate.
Yeah, because again, Cliff, the captain, is very gung ho and very laissez-faire with perimeters and rules. Like they gave her a sidekick, the female sidekick, and her whole job is just saying, no, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. That's against the rules.
Yeah.
She's Spock.
And/or his mom. She's Mom Spock.
Yeah. With an amazing haircut.
Very amazing haircut.
Yeah, you were drawn to those haircuts.
Yeah, the thing is, every woman in this whole show has the exact same haircut. Which I pointed out might not have been the best move, being made in Germany in the 60s. That soon after World War II.
Yeah.
having a situation where every woman looks the same with the exception of their
hair color. Yeah, it's a black and white show too, so yeah.
Whatever. There was a lot of puns in that show. I have to say something about the Robot Massacre.
Please, go ahead.
I don't want the listeners to get the wrong idea and think that this is just an amazing scene where the doors come open and they're just firing away like Star Wars. And there's just people, robots are exploding or anything.
Yeah.
No. Here's what happens. The doors open and they shoot the robots with questionable laser.
Those lasers, they have an underbarrel.
They did.
Yeah,
They
I don't know. They look like a gardening tool or something.
More or less.
Yeah, or something that a very specialized mechanic
like
would
a
use.
Weed sprayer.
Yes,
You spray your crops.
Yeah, with that. Yeah.
With insecticide.
Yeah.
Anyway, the robots didn't explode and just become destroyed. The robots they died, but it was like a cowering death. Like imagine coming in and seeing that your dog just shit on the floor, and you're like, no, that was a bad dog.
Yeah.
And the way the dog would just slowly
cower.
down.
Yeah.
That's what it made me think of.
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch of just cowering dogs.
Yeah, and it's also the same robot over and over because it's all green
A
screen.
whole lot of vacuum cleaners. Man.
Yeah, it's like killing your home appliances. Like taking an axe to your refrigerator. Like, die, motherfucker.
I'm tired of this lamp.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You outlived your use.
Robot wrestlers versus robots.
Yes, exactly.
Lasers versus robots.
Lasers versus robots, and lasers win squarely. Like,
Yeah, they did.
again, nobody got injured.
Yeah, there wasn't an injury at all.
Yeah, it was just the two drug dealers that died off screen. They just explained that they died, and that's it.
Okay, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I was like, where did the drugs come from?
Yeah, those two.
Okay, so there's
they-
international drug smugglers, and they show up and get everybody high.
No, they were part of the mining crew, but they were like, we're gonna make some money on the side because it's getting really ass boring on this mining colony, which apparently is only consistent of dudes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just
would be
there's like
boring.
there's like two gay guys who are like score, but the
Yeah.
rest is
The
like
gay guys with the drug dealers.
Yeah.
Just to improve the mood and high hopes.
exactly, yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I can turn this around or something. Yeah, it's an amazing episode, I think, just because of, not of the plot or anything, just because of the style and the whole package. I think, yeah, the actors do a swell job. I think
They do a
Yeah.
lovely job.
yeah, they
A
did.
lovely rendition of 1960s German space movies.
of which there are none, I think.
Of which this is it. They are the definition of 1960s German space shows because they are the only
Yeah, yeah.
1960s German space to my knowledge.
Yeah, it's and to my knowledge too, it's like a very specialized corner of German/Austrian filmmaking, I think.
It was fun.
Yeah.
They only had one season.
Yes.
Because apparently the cost of production,
Was too high, yeah.
you can only use so many, vacuum cleaners and ice cream.
Yeah. Before you run out of money.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
what we gotta do?
Maybe there's like some misappropriation of funds, like they like
I get a few things.
yeah, we have to use the sterling silver ice cream scoops because they reflect better on camera or something.
Classic.
Yeah. It's
They
200.
were resourceful. You had to be resourceful back then, I guess, especially. And they were
Yeah,
resourceful.
yeah. No, it was just the start of using moldable cheap plastic
Oh.
for sets. You see that in the show, like the satellites were made out of the stuff. Most of the spaceship was made out of that stuff. Yeah, and most of the sets actually were also made out of that stuff. And it drove down cost, but not enough apparently to get them a second season.
I'm not sure what you said made me think of this, but I have to mention it.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the very beginning of the show, in their underwater space station.
Yeah.
Or their underwater base.
Yeah. Well, because
there's a bunch of fish.
Oh,
around,
yes.
And they're basically goldfish.
Yeah.
And they're enormous.
Yeah, because of the green screen effect.
They're literally goldfish swimming outside of their underwater space base.
Oh yeah.
But they're as big as a house.
That's incredible. Yeah, you like that?
It's like watching some guppies.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that could eat you and two other people your size at this. Yeah.
And not even blink an eye.
Yeah, like whale size.
If I saw a goldfish like that, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, it's basically a Pokemon at that point.
Yeah, well stated.
Yeah, so they apparently have genetically modified fish.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
what you have to look forward to in the future, people.
Yeah.
Enormous goldfish.
Yeah, and you have to live apparently under the sea. Yeah, like in Sequest.
Well stated.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Look, it's also a predecessor to Sequest apparently. So it's doing all, which also in one episode featured Captain Kirk actor. What's his name?
Oh,
come on, we can do this. Leonard Nimoy, Spock, and
what's Kirk's name?
God damn it!
We're gonna come back to
Yeah, but yes, he actually was in an episode of Sequest. He was a dictator.
Oh wow!
And he's doing
Shatner. William
Shatner. He's doing the whole Shatner routine. I am the greatest dictator of all. Yeah. Yeah, but something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it all circles back.
It does.
It also.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
It all circles back.
7 degrees of separation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could definitely find a link between Dietmar Schönherr and William Shatner.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like there's only like 2 steps between them probably.
Yeah.
Like he was probably acting with. Oh, that's easy actually. Okay, so he was acting in probably in a movie together with an Austrian actor and comedian who was in The Name of the Rose. He played one of the priests, the fat bald priest. If you ever saw that movie.
To my knowledge, I haven't.
Yeah.
Of course, I drink a lot. So.
Yeah, and there were a bunch of American actors in that one, and what's his name? I'm the most prominent, dominant bomb spies who pay homage.
Sounds awesome.
He's
Dan Rather.
the first James Bond. No, not the first James Bond. The most famous James Bond is played by
Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery. Sean
Right.
Connery. Yes.
Makes sense now.
Yes, I'm Sean Connery.
Like,
Yes. What's the difference between a duck? No, but Sean Connery played the title character, so he played probably with somebody who played with Shatner. Okay. Or he played with Shatner himself maybe at some point. That could be also a thing.
Those are both good names.
So,
Sean Connery, William
Shatner, yeah.
Good names.
Cliff Alistair McLean.
Cliff Alistair
McLean. Just
he
great.
Was like this. Shatner was the more aggressive, ambitious guy, and McLean was more just the suave, who gives a shit guy.
Yeah, it was just for instant gratification.
He's just there to have a good time.
Yeah, in space.
Doesn't take anything seriously.
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
always gets away with it
like,
too.
I'm with the union, I can't get fired.
Yeah, too many people like my smile. I was voted best smiling officer of the fleet 5 times. Yeah, exactly. They just can't get rid of the face of our operation.
Yeah, they can't get rid of the face of what was the show called? Space
Raumpatrouille.
Raumpatrouille.
Yeah, so Space Patrol.
Space Patrol.
Yeah.
The face of Space Patrol.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Galaxy.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. That would be a great button. That would be just his face, then the logo of the Space Patrol, and then "You're welcome, Universe" or something.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So yes, let's round up the show.
I have a new idea for a T-shirt.
Oh yes, right on. You can sell it at your shows. Like get a Dietmar Schönherr T-shirt just here. Nobody else is doing it because nobody fucking watched the show. except for back then, and then they actually released in the early 2000s. They released a movie made out of the 7 episodes.
It was
But
popular, huh? This show?
Yes.
Very popular.
Yeah. And it has still a cult following in Germany and
Cool.
Austria.
All right.
Yeah, they sometimes show it on TV as a rerun or something.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Maybe we'll get together and play drinking games.
Yeah. Oh,
Every
that
time
would be
something
great.
ridiculous happens.
That would be great for actually the first drunk episode of this podcast was the first episode of that TV show.
Nice.
Yeah, because we just
makes
couldn't take
sense.
because we
Makes
just couldn't
sense.
take it.
Everybody on the set was drunk too, it appears. So
True.
it's
Yes.
good company.
Yes. So let's go to final conclusion. Would you watch that TV show again?
Oh yeah, I'd watch
Yeah,
all the episodes.
yeah, and
That's a lot of
and
fun.
you would recommend it to somebody even if he can't speak German.
Of course I would.
Yeah, just for the
Just,
camp factor.
just
Or
for the production value, and it's a good excuse to sit down and watch a show and drink whiskey.
yes, and maybe get high if
There's
you
the
if you have the chance and
The option's
if
there.
it's legal in your country.
If the inclination is there, why not?
Yeah, exactly. It would make probably for a good LSD trip too.
Touche.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Maybe listen to some Jefferson Airplane or something.
Right, it
Floyd
probably.
back
Yeah,
there or
it
something.
syncs up with one of those. That would be hilarious.
Listen to Love's album or something.
Yeah, or
It syncs up.
yeah,
Good.
yeah, like what's it? What would be Beefheart?
Oh,
Captain
nice.
Beefheart. Yeah, it syncs up to Captain Beefheart.
Talking about some Beefheart and throwing some Steppenwolf for the other
Yes.
half of the episode.
Yeah,
Captain Beefheart.
yeah, that sounds that.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh yeah, I'd recommend it.
great. So where can we find you? You are on the web, probably.
Oh yeah, just give it a Google.
Give it a Google, Scott Foster Harris, and you pop up.
Yeah,
You're the
Scott
first one. There's no other Scott Foster Harris that took your name or something.
There is not.
Okay,
There are
because-
pages and pages.
Jesus Christ, I got that on. So there we go. Sorry about that. Thought I turned off my phone, but didn't.
Dun, dun, dun.
Probably the whiskey. I'm blaming it on the whiskey now.
It's easy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good. You know what? That's a good reason I think. If people drink,
Yeah.
it's a good reason to drink, so that when they mess up, and they will,
Yeah.
they can blame it on something other than themselves.
Exactly. So
Whiskey's for people who don't want to take responsibility for themselves. Cheers.
cheers to you. If you like the show, please go to our Facebook homepage or our website and just we have a YouTube channel too, so
Sure.
it's all there. Just and if you Google us, we are the first thing that pops up. Oh, we're on
There it is.
we're on iTunes too. So if you
Yeah.
want to do that, you're more than welcome
You
to.
can find these podcasts on iTunes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Good move.
yeah. Well,
It's
you know.
fun.
Have to be everywhere
Yeah,
nowadays.
no, I get it, I get
You can't saturate the market without doing all the platforms.
You have to saturate it.
Yeah.
Are you on Spotify too?
Not of
At least not
my
to your
knowledge,
knowledge, yeah.
but we're on basically every podcast app ever.
Okay.
So just find us there.
Sweet.
We're in the one of the main registers. So yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. So please like it. That's actually one of the kind of shorter episodes, half an hour.
Nice.
That's a good length, I think.
Yeah.
And I hope you will join us the next time that
Oh,
we're
yeah,
back,
yeah.
and I hope you're gonna be here again as a guest host. That would be
Yeah,
lovely.
of course.
Oh yeah, no, of course you get a guest host credit on the website.
Right on.
Yeah.
Man. We need to save some of these episodes for me. How many episodes are there total in this show?
This is the 7th.
This is the 7th.
Oh no,
episode.
8th.
No,
This is the 8th episode.
how many episodes of Space Patrol?
7.
There's only 7.
Yeah,
And we just watched the 3rd one.
yeah.
You gotta save 1 or 2 for me.
I will save one with frogs in it.
Yeah, we need to watch it, and I need to make fun of several things.
Yes, please. It would be my greatest joy to have you back. Okay, so thank you for listening. Have a good time, and I hope we see each other next time.
Right on, but before I leave, we're gonna drink another whiskey.
Yes. Okay, let's do that, and bye, guys.
Cheers, people.